Welcome back to Season 2 of the Bulls franchise, everyone. Today we go up against some of our old core from last year after we let them go in the offseason. We already played Jrue Holiday's Magic last episode, and their suffocating defense gave us trouble all night. But now we face a Toronto Raptors team that signed the league's best free agent, DeMar DeRozan, for a second Raptors stint. He joins a roster that made the playoffs last season and returns most of their rotation, along with getting a potential draft day steal in A-plus potential guard Judah Mintz out of Syracuse. They're certainly one of the teams I'm most interested in this season. However, their start has been extremely underwhelming. They've got an even worse record than us at 2-8. Pascal Siakam and Scotty Barnes have underperformed as the starting front court. Dennis Schroeder has been straight up awful, and still, Coach Darko Rajakovic refuses to bench him for Judah Mintz consistently. I actually had to tank Schroeder's intangibles, so that stops happening. DeRozan, OG Anunoby, and Alec Burks, who they signed after I cut him in the preseason, are really the only ones with good shooting splits so far. But with all that said, the Raptors will have an opportunity to tune up against a Bulls team that is struggling an equal amount. We had the big opening day win over the Hawks, but not much success afterwards. Donovan Clingan has quieted down since his monster debut. As one would expect, his 7'2" frame isn't as much of an unfair advantage in the simulated games. We signed Gary Trent Jr. from the Raptors to be one of our primary scorers, but he's already injured and won't be suiting up against his former team. Buddy Hield hasn't found his rhythm yet, and for now, we're going with Ayo Dosunmu at the starting two guard. But without further ado, here we go in this road game in Toronto. Clingan wins the tip easily. We run a pick and roll out of the corner, and he gets the easy lay-in. He's got a big size advantage on Pascal Siakam. 5 inches of height to be exact. As Ayo Dosunmu drives in, scores on Judah Mintz. DeMar DeRozan, the former Bull, blocked at the rim, got it back, blocked again, shot clock violation. He held the ball for way too long that possession. Open 3 for Mintz, that one's off. Still 4-0 Chicago. Siakam inside to Anunoby, too strong on the layup. Now Anunoby lines up a 3 and he hits. Raptors on the board. Siakam lost the ball. Clingan poked it out. Anthony on the break. Inside to Hield. Passed out of a shot to Williams. Williams picks it up off the ground and wrestles it away from Judah Mintz. Here's DeRozan. We'll give him those 3-point shots as he misses there. Dosunmu loses the ball. Here's Siakam in the corner. Transition 3. Tied at 6. Anthony step back J, short. No offensive rebound. Now here's DeRozan. Stopping, pulling up. That's off. Clingan with the contest. Cole Anthony, stopped by DeRozan. To Hield in the corner, swishes the 3. Scotty Barnes drives past Patrick Williams and scores on the isolation. Now in transition, Barnes with the jumper. Trying to get out of the major slump that he's in. Donovan Clingan with the punch. Off the assist from Cole Anthony. Step back jumper good from Siakam. Raptors in the lead early. And Anunoby, corner 3. A lot of players on this Raptors team you can leave open behind the arc, but he's not one of them. Now he drives inside and scores the layup. Here's Jet Howard off the bench. Not the greatest passer. He threw it right to the defender. Now Alec Burks has to pick up his dribble. And Jet Howard gets in the middle of the pass. Bulls running the floor. Howard will hit the trailing Brandon Clark, and he will go up strong for the layup. 17-13. Obi Toppin, no good from the left wing. Cross-court pass to Jaden McDaniels. He posts up, now gives to White, sets a screen for him. White, good on the elbow jumper. Kobe White has been a great bench scorer from us in his return from injury. Here's Jakob Poeltl, nicely contested on his layup. Ayo Dosunmu ahead of the charge. Speeds past the defense for 2. Tied at 17. Pass inside to Mintz. Out to Pirtle. 8-foot jumper good. Dosunmu with a pass up court to Brandon Clark and another nice finish. Judah Mintz. Excellent in the pick and roll for a rookie. And he delivers that one to Jakob Pirtle. Buddy Hield with the pump and the drive, drawing a foul on Obi Toppin. He hits both free throws and we're tied at 21. Mintz goes up with it, and Clingan says absolutely not. An emphatic block. Now he drives from the three-point line and lays it in. What a sequence from the rookie. Perfect straight-up defense from Clingan, blocks it off the rim. And then on the other end, puts the ball on the floor, blows by Pirtle, lays it in, falls on the ground. This guy is more than just a shot blocker. Alec Burks, high-arcing triple. And the Raptors in the lead with 3 seconds to go in the first. Clingan elbows Toppin out of the way and scores to end the quarter. Bulls back on top as White pokes it away from Siakam, and Terry dives on the floor to get the ball. Great hustle. Anunoby and Terry will now jump it up, and Terry wins it. They force the turnover. Terry misses the jumper. Now Clark over 2 Raptors. Now Scotty Barnes with the assist to Siakam inside. Incredible pass from Anunoby up to Burks, who lays it in. This one's been nip and tuck so far as Hield gets to the line and misses the free throw that would have retook the lead. Tied at 28. Scotty Barnes has not been shooting well from three-point land. We'll give him those. Clark down low, out to White. Elbow jumper, sinks it. 30-28 Chicago. DeRozan will head to the free throw line and hit both. White dancing on Burks, gets right around him with the fancy moves and lays it in. It's so nice to have him back. Alec Burks, maybe the first time I've seen him miss a 3 this entire series. Terry can't bury it from the left wing, but an offensive rebound. Kobe White with a hustle play goes to the free throw line and hits 1 free throw. Here's Burks on the left wing. Clark took a gamble, tried to steal the pass, and just got completely out of position, giving up the and one to Siakam. DeRozan a fadeaway, and it misses everything. What's going on with him? He has not played well at all today. McDaniels, long strides to the rim, and an acrobatic finish. Switched hands for that one. He can really score inside. I'm enjoying having him on this team. Siakam trying to back down Clark, and he's stuffed. Picture perfect defense from Brandon Clark. Missed wide open jumper. Scotty Barnes just can't buy a bucket. McDaniels attacks again, and he's fouled by DeRozan. Clark blocks Siakam yet again. Siakam had no chance of even getting that off. He got every bit of that one as Burks lays it in off the inbounds. Siakam crossover, pass to a wide open Anunoby in the corner, and he's been pretty much carrying this team's offense. Now he's defending Hield, and he sends his shot back. A prototypical 3-and-D wing gets another open look, and it's good. OG is feeling it right now as the Raptors now lead by 5. Nice pass from Clark inside to White, and he gets the goaltending call. Judah Mintz, pull-up jumper. In and out. Rebound, Jakob Pirtle. Obi Toppin hits the 3, second chance bucket. Bad pass from Hield, stolen by Mintz. Anunoby drops it off to Mintz, and he lays it in. 38-46. Clingan deflects the pass into the hands of Williams. Now Williams to Clingan. Down low, trying to score on Pirtle, and he cannot. Mintz to Anunoby, guarded by White. He's fouled. Anunoby not able to hit either free throw. Jakob Pirtle zips it to Judah Mintz, who made a nice basket cut. Dosunmu around the double screen. Coby White finishes through contact. White's up to 11 points in the half. Anunoby with a straight line drive and the and one slam. Bad defense for Mayo Dosunmu there. Missed three from Williams. That was wide open. Under 2 minutes to go. Mintz tips in the lob, and he's on the receiving end of a beautiful pass yet again. White blows by and goes to the line. 13 points for Coby White, as the Bulls now trail by 11. Anunoby, contested, fouled by Donovan Clingan. 19 points for OG here in this half. White driving off the catch, trying to get a layup off over two Raptors, and McDaniels cleans it up. Scoop shot from Mintz doesn't get the roll. Under a minute to go, White pulls up and drains a triple. He's been the best scorer on our team by far today, and now he drops off a nice pass to Donovan Clingan for a dunk. Obi Toppin lays it in. Bulls get the last possession of the half. White with it, guarded by Mintz, around the screen from Clingan, around Poeltl, lays it in, right as the halftime buzzer sounds. And that cuts the deficit to 6, heading into the locker room. Coby's been really fun to play as, and he was just on fire on the back end of that first half. 18 points in 16 minutes. Donovan Clingan follows him with 10, and he's definitely going to be taking some minutes from Dosunmu and or Anthony, who's scoreless. We'll see if White can continue to carry this offense and possibly go for a career high. I just looked it up, and his career high in this universe would be 36. So he's just barely on pace to get that. Meanwhile, OG had an amazing half with 19 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, 6 of 8 shooting. Siakam's been pretty good outside of being destroyed on those blocks. Judah Mintz had a solid half as well, filling up the stat sheet in multiple categories, 2 steals. But DeMar DeRozan and Scotty Barnes just look a little bit off. Of course, neither of those two are great outside shooters. DeRozan's not really posting up as much as I feel like he should be. That's his game. Maybe he just needed my user control in order to be a good player. But 0 of 4 field goals in 14 minutes, that's not what you want to see. Here are the team stats, and the Raptors have overall looked a lot better than us. We're only shooting 2 of 15 from 3. We're definitely missing Gary Trent quite a bit, and I'd like to see more from Buddy Hield as well. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I can finally debut these custom fictional draft classes. I want to thank Jeff Rule, Marsh Daddy, and Josh Norman Main from Operation Sports, who put these classes together and created these immersive ESPN articles and scouting reports. You guys did such amazing work on this. I think this is going to make my YouTube series really special, but all the credit goes to you guys for putting so much effort and thought into this stuff. But now that I have access to this other cool stuff, the way I'm going to do scouting in these videos going forward is going to be vastly different. So these ESPN articles, which are written by Marsh Daddy, basically tell the story of the entire college basketball season. So from preseason to the end of March Madness. Basically, I'll show you guys screenshots of these articles as we progress throughout the season, and I'll only show the actual 2K scouting page once the college basketball season is over, after we've gotten through all these articles. I'm doing that because I don't want to spoil any of the storylines that happen. Like, say for example, a player wasn't super high ranked at the beginning of the season, but then explodes onto the scene by dropping a couple 50-point games, alright? Well, he's going to show up at the top of the 2K mock draft from the very beginning, and we would see that before we're even supposed to know if he's any good or not. So instead, I'm just going to let the storylines play out first. Also, an added benefit of that is by the time I show you guys the 2K scouting page, a lot of the scouting profiles for these players will be a lot closer to being complete. So overall, I think that's going to make the scouting and drafting experience just so much more interesting, so much better. So without further ado, let's check out some preseason predictions from ESPN panelists. The latest men's college basketball season will begin November 11th with the Champions Classic matchups between Kentucky and USC, as well as UNC and Duke, tipping off the season from Crypto.com Arena in LA. From the opening games through to the falling of confetti in April, the season is unlikely to disappoint, and ESPN will make sure you're prepared with breakdowns of the national picture and the top stars from coast to shining coast. The season will end where it all started, with the national championship being played in SoFi Stadium on April 4th. Will the preseason favorite Kentucky Wildcats hoist the crown? Can Georgia shock the SEC and make a run to the title game? How will Javon Boston contend as the lone star in the City of Angels? These are among the pressing questions ESPN's team will be answering in the build-up to what will certainly be a season to remember. The difference makers. The easy place to look for talent is where you always do, Kentucky. Led by forward Baron Hunter, the Wildcats should immediately factor their way into the title picture. Though the loss of guard Tyrone Marsh, the number 4 high school prospect, to an off-season Achilles tear certainly hurts, Hunter has the type of talent to carry Kentucky in his absence. He's not completely alone either, with sophomore Brody Walls and his electric three-point shot capable of buoying the offense on any slow night from Hunter. Facing Hunter on opening night will be USC's wing, Javon Boston, perhaps the best player in the draft. A dynamic 3-level threat, Boston is the type of talent that could erase decades of loss in Los Angeles for the Trojans. It certainly won't be easy doing it alone without any other elite prospect, but Boston has a type of skill set that could pull it off. But don't overlook Ohio State big man Cavante Kennard. Kennard could be a generational big with athleticism that should shield any concerns of him being a target at the next level. But at the college level, that only brings fear. There isn't a single player in college hoops that will be able to match Kennard and the Buckeyes in the paint, giving them an instant pathway to a title. Purdue and big man E.J. Clarkson could give Kennard and the Buckeyes a run for their money in the Big Ten. If Clarkson isn't as physically imposing as Kennard, he isn't far from it. He's a springy athlete who plays well above the rim, but unlike Kennard, he has a smooth stroke that could make defenses pay for sagging off of him from the perimeter. Purdue and Ohio State are scheduled to meet in Columbus on January 17th. Mark your calendars. Title contenders. USC, Kentucky, and Ohio State all have a legitimate case for a national title, but they aren't alone. Oregon, led by guard Mason Holt and big Gabe Pettit, Georgia with guard Lamont Appling and forward Gianni Giddens, and Iowa State could all crash the party. Traditional power Kansas and their three-headed attack of guard DJ Outlaw, forward Nigel Powers, and guard Jaden Bibbs aren't likely to go quiet into the night. And don't count out Arkansas, who will be steered by big man Marcus Workman. An under-the-radar team to watch out for are the Michigan Wolverines. Guard Jamez Napier has the explosive offensive skill set that could muddy the Big Ten picture, even with Purdue and Ohio State leading the way. So it looks like Kentucky is the favorite to win the title, as they were picked by analysts 4 times more than any other team. Ohio State got 2 picks, as well as Duke. Shout out to Kevin Pelton, who picked Oregon, and then Dickie V goes with USC. But I'm so excited to show you guys how this season plays out, but for now, let's get back out to the action in Toronto. Kobe White will start the second half and immediately draw a foul. He replaces Ayo Dosunmu, while Buddy Hield is out there replacing Jaden McDaniels. Judah Mintz, wide open 3, he hits it this time. Raptors up 60-53 as Klingon gets an open lane to the rim. DeMar DeRozan guarded by Buddy Hield. Shot is spiked away by Klingon. I love this guy. His blocks are more than just blocks. They are rejections. It's almost like watching Robert Williams III play. The year the Celtics made the finals in 2022 as the Raptors get a shot clock violation and get blocked again after the clock expires. But it feels like Klingon never calmly swats away a shot. He's always got to put some extra oomph into it, and that definitely gives the team some momentum. After Siakam hit the 3, Klingon goes to the line and hits a couple. Anthony, guarded by Mintz. Wraparound pass to Klingon, but he can't finish. 3 minutes passed in the half. DeRozan, step back shot is off. Rebound Siakam. Burks to Barnes. Left wing three, over the rim, off the backboard. That was ugly. But Dosunmu with a nice feed inside to Klingon. Now Dosunmu's got it again. Wants the lob, but Klingon was not ready for it. Not a smart play throwing the lob in traffic as Judah Mintz nails the pull-up. Anthony Klingon, pick and roll. Now Anthony driving on Mintz. Inside, can't finish, gets it back, and one. Cole Anthony is a great rebounder for his size. DeRozan, tough shot. That one's too strong. DeRozan's just not looked like himself as he's still over from the field. Burks, wide open triple. We got away with that one. But the offensive rebound, now a shot for DeRozan, and he's 0 for 8. Raptors still leading by 3, though. Anthony driving baseline. Kick to Williams. Open three. Got it to go. Williams has been quiet today. Siakam hits the shot up close. And this game remains tight. Buddy Hield for the lead. Gets it to go. We need his shooting desperately tonight. And Dosunmu gets in on the fun, hitting a 3 of his own. Bulls up by 4. As Williams fouls Obi Toppin, who hits a pair. Anthony inside. Gives it to a rolling Klingon, who draws a foul and hits 1 at the line. High velocity pass from Scotty Barnes inside to Jakob Poeltl. Scotty Barnes a point forward as Dosunmu can't hit another triple. Barnes with it again. Free throw line pull-up shot. And the Raptors back in front. Klingon takes it coast to coast. They had him bringing the ball up, and he ends up taking it all the way for free throws. Barnes has it poked away by Hield, gets it back. Toppin, straightaway 3. The lead keeps changing hands. Anthony blocked, but fouled, and he hits both. Post entry to Barnes, Anthony almost stole it. Then he hits the floater over Klingon. Patrick Williams inside. You gotta hit that. I don't get how you can get 2 poster dunks per game and still struggle to finish layups. Klingon with another swat. That one's too easy. Backing out for a 3 is Anunoby. That's off. 78-76. Anthony takes it down low. Drops it off to Coby White. 22 points for him. OG 3 is off, and it's cleaned up by Jakob Poeltl. Buddy Hield finds space, misses a triple. Rebound went back to him. Now he drives around Aaron Nesmith. Drawing a foul. The Bulls have done that quite a bit in this third quarter. Knotted up at 80. Step back jumper. Anunoby with a nice move. 21 points for OG. Dosunmu receives the pass inside and yet again goes to the line. Only able to convert 1. 30 seconds remaining. Mintz stepping back. That shot off the front rim. Coby White out to Jaden McDaniels. Pick and pop. Shot doesn't fall. Raptors have the last possession. Mintz. No good, but Poeltl gets positioning, puts it in at the buzzer. That one would count after the review. Bulls down by 3 heading into quarter number 4 in Toronto. White with a strong drive, lowering his shoulder. That's off. Rebound Clark. Back in the hands of White. He spins around Barnes. What a move. Coby White has been dancing around defenders all night as Poeltl just posterized our whole team. Still a 3-point game and another bad pass intercepted by Anunoby. Barnes breakaway slam with 2 hands. We need to make sure we don't let this one get away with us. A bad turnover. Anunoby guarded by Dosunmu, but he hits the shot over him. All of a sudden it's 7. White can't hit it. Under 10 minutes. White goes to the free throw line. 26 points after he hits both. Corner 3 for Anunoby. Siakam with the board. Out to Toppin. And we got lucky with both of those shots. White kicks out to Dosunmu. Now Terry driving baseline, slamming on Pascal Siakam. That length and explosiveness from Terry is what made me fall in love with his game back in Season 1. Siakam outside to Toppin, who misses the three. Bulls with a running start, and Brandon Clark dunks it down on the break. Down by 1, and we get the stop. Anunoby misses. Chance to take the lead here. Jaden McDaniels with the rock, and he loses it. Scotty Barnes with it. Toppin off the screen, catches, fires in rhythm, and hits. 93-89. McDaniels drives past DeRozan, now floats it over Siakam. Soft touch on the finish. No good from Siakam. And White will slow it down. Here's Brandon Clark backing down, spinning around Siakam and slamming it down to tie the game. Brandon Clark is such a gifted athlete. An undersized center, but he can really get up there. Pascal Siakam, hook shot is off. Terry, contested mid-range. Not the shot we want. DeRozan should be hitting that shot, but has not today. Brandon Clark goes to the line. He has 10 points and 8 rebounds. No good on the first. Clark is a pretty average, not great, not terrible free throw shooter, at least for his position, but he misses both. Pascal Siakam out to Anunoby. Another lucky wide open miss, but the rebound goes out of bounds to the Raptors. Judah Mintz cuts inside, can't hit it though, as the Raptors haven't scored in over 2 minutes. Clark running the floor. Nice find from Anthony. DeRozan gets around Hield and finally hits a shot. I'm telling you, those were absolutely automatic with the Bulls. As Anthony goes up strong and earns free throws, he hits both. Siakam, open from range, makes us pay. And the Raptors back in the lead, under 5 minutes to go. Hield gets Mintz in the air. Free throw line, step back is good. Anunoby, open lane, and one. Really bad defensive positioning from Kobe White, and OG takes advantage of it. White to Clark, goes up with it, double clutches and draws a foul. This time he hits both free throws to tie the game. Timeout Raptors. This has been a really close, fun game. The only thing I'd like to see is more DeRozan highlights, as Hield is called for a blocking foul there. Not sure what he did wrong. 1-on-1 apiece. DeRozan inside, drop steps, and short on the layup. Just has not been himself. Kobe White, he's been great, but can't hit that one down low. Scotty Barnes misses a three. Closing in on the 3-minute mark, Anthony bothered going up for the layup. DeRozan misses from the baseline. Bulls get the rebound, pick and roll to McDaniels, who nails another floater. And we're back in front. Shot clock running down for DeRozan. He chucks. It's off. Can the Bulls extend this lead? Cross-court pass to Clark. Pro hops and scores on the fast break. Both of our centers are just so good at running the floor. Jakob Poeltl, size mismatch, takes advantage of it. McDaniels well defended by Barnes. Raptors down 2 with 90 seconds to go, and Barnes throws it into the back of Dosunmu. Buddy Hield backing down Judah Mintz. Fadeaway, buckets! 15 for Hield, and we're up by 4. No good on the 3 from Judah Mintz. McDaniels shot just off, and another great contest from Barnes. Anunoby, a three, puts it in! 43 seconds to go, and our lead is cut to 1. Running some clock. Might go for the 2-for-1. Might wait for a good shot. Hield to McDaniels in the corner. Cannot hit. That was exactly the shot we wanted, but unfortunately, we don't have that many shooters on this squad. But a 1-point game. The shot clock now turned off just under 24 seconds. Billy Donovan will sub in a defensive lineup with Clark and Klingon out on the floor with McDaniels and Dosunmu. And then Patrick Williams will sub back in. A long, pesky, switchable lineup. Can't give up any open looks. We also can't foul. McDaniels guards DeRozan as the clock ticks under 16. He goes around the screen from Poeltl, throws a pass to him, and it's stolen by Klingon. Klingon at the right place in the right time, and a bad decision from DeMar with the game on the line. That's not the DeMar DeRozan I know. He's one of the most clutch players in the whole NBA, but not today. As Klingon gets the key takeaway, hits the first free throw, and the second. 10-point game. Raptors no longer have any timeouts. Mintz racing it up. DeRozan launches. It's off. Pat Williams hauls it in, and he's fouled. That will do it. The Bulls come back from down at halftime and beat the Raptors in their house. That continues a woeful start for Toronto, and they're going to need to do something about this before it's too late. DeMar DeRozan's had a solid start to the season statistically, but today it really felt like he just did not fit into this lineup. But the player of the game is none other than Coby White, who cooled down a little bit in the second half, but still managed to finish with 26 points off the bench. But I think overall it was a great team effort. Klingon was really valuable on defense. I do think he deserved the player of the game over White, because Klingon got even better as the game went on and finished with 3 steals and 3 blocks, 7 of 9 from the floor. A great game from OG Anunoby wasn't enough to get them the win, as he finishes with 29 points, 3 steals, and a block. But DeMar finishes 1 of 14 from the field, 0 of 3 from three-point range. He shouldn't even be taking 3 threes in a game where he's shooting that bad. He really dragged the Raptors down today and honestly lost them the game, which is just so unfortunate because he's one of my favorite players, a former Bull. Coming back to the Raptors, such a great story, but if things like this continue, it might not be considered that great of a story after all. We never found a rhythm from three-point range, only hitting 5, but we won this game at the free throw line, hitting 30. 62 points in the paint as well. So we've now won 2 straight, which puts us at 4-8. We've got some more exciting games ahead in this episode. We play the Raptors again in just 2 games. And then right after that, we play the Sixers and Zach LaVine on November 18th. After that, I'm going to simulate a little bit, and then on December 8th, we play the Grizzlies and Nikola Vucevic. So lots of games against our former players in the early part of this season. We end up winning again against the Knicks by 2, behind 30 points on 30 shots, 22 three-point attempts from Buddy Hield. He fouled out in that game as well. But man, just devastating news as Coby White goes down with another serious injury. This time it's a broken ankle, which lasts a lot longer than 8 to 10 weeks in real life, so I guess I'll take that. But I just really love having him as a bench scorer, and I was really looking to see him break out this season like he did in real life. At least we'll get to see him later in the year. In the meantime, welcome to the big leagues, Rokas Jokubaitis, who's been in the G League as a two-way player. Whether he gets actual playing time is a different story. I mean, that morale hit to his overall is just brutal. It makes him basically unusable. Again, 2K, why do you think it's realistic for two-way players who literally signed a contract to bounce back and forth between the G League and the NBA to complain about that exact thing. I digress. Anyway, we aren't able to beat the Raptors twice in a row. They got the better of us. Dalen Terry had a great game, though. Scotty Barnes didn't play in this game, and coincidentally, all the other Raptors played a lot better. DeRozan with 31 points in 31 minutes. That's more like it. But even worse, Patrick Williams is going to miss extended time with right shoulder tendonitis after that game. I really thought that Williams would make a big leap this season, but this is going to be an obstacle to that. But a silver lining in seeing some of our key rotation players go down is that we get to see some new faces. Mark Mitchell has had a couple impressive games in the G League, as we're going to call him up now. Here's what Rokas has been doing in the G League. It's been kind of a mixed bag. I mean, he comes off a 2 of 20 shooting night. But we're not going to be seeing a fully healthy Bulls lineup for quite some time. We're just going to have to cobble something together. Starting for the first time this season is going to be Buddy Hield here in this game against the Sixers. He started off the season cold, but if he's able to find his rhythm, he may be a permanent starter for this team. Dalen Terry gets the start at small forward as well. So we're back in the United Center as we welcome back Zach LaVine. These new-look Sixers have all the talent in the world with the addition of LaVine, who cuts to the basket for a dunk. Cole Anthony blocks Chuma Okeke. The question is whether or not this team can gel together. Cole Anthony drains the pull-up J. Here's Jaden McDaniels. Drops it off to Klingon, who slams it on Joel Embiid. What a moment, as he just absolutely smothers him. Not many NBA players can just outsize Joel Embiid like that. Hield, pump fakes, misses the three. Rebound, Klingon, put back slam. It's like we have Andre Drummond all over again. Just a vacuum on the boards as he gets another after forcing the miss from Embiid. Draws the foul from Tyrese Maxey, but can't hit either free throw. One-on-one, Klingon versus Embiid. He backs off, and Embiid nails the jumper. We'll see if Klingon can rise to the occasion. Going up against a superstar like Joel. There, he throws it out of bounds. Guarding Embiid one-on-one again. The jump hook is good. Jaden McDaniels with the shot clock running down. The pro hop, off the glass and in. Good adjustment from McDaniels. I love his finishing ability. LaVine, pull-up shot, pure. Tied at 8. Man, I miss dropping 40 pieces and 50 pieces with Zach LaVine. He was just so fun to use. Klingon, inside, out to Hield, in the corner. Wide open three, it's good. Tyrese Maxey attacking the rack. Earning free throws. That's a foul on Cole Anthony. Low-scoring game early. Kyle Anderson, the new addition for the Sixers, takes the lead. Missed shot from Dalen Terry. Here's the rookie Stephon Castle out of UConn. Spin move into a jumper. Sweet stuff from Castle. Great body control. Clark runs over Tobias Harris. That's going to be called a charging foul. I don't know about that. I thought his foot was in the restricted area. Embiid guarded by Paul Reed, his former backup in Philly. He fouls him there. Those two know each other quite well. Obviously, Reed was the player we got in the Zach LaVine trade. Shot is erased by Embiid. Stephon Castle on the break. Tobias Harris trailing for the triple. And the Bulls are in the midst of a drought. Down by 8. Jet Howard hits one free throw. Embiid to DeLon Wright. Missed the jumper. Cleaned up by Embiid, but no good on the follow. Embiid spins and scores. Poor positioning from Reed as he sets the screen for Dosunmu, and he gets an easy lane to the rim. Io is best when he's running downhill like that. We get in the way of the pass. 21-14, a low-scoring first quarter for us. Clark no good on the layup. Tries it again, and he can't hit it. A lid on the rim right now for us. Howard gambles, giving up a wide-open dunk to Harris. Right inside. Little jump hook is good, and we're down 11. Brandon Clark couldn't get the shot off in time, and that's a pretty poor effort from us. It's simcasting time. We'll see if this one gets any closer, and it doesn't look like it will. Decent third quarter, but a 33-point first half for the Bulls spells their doom. As far as silver linings go, another really nice outing from Dalen Terry. He went for 17 and 10 in 31 minutes. LaVine and Embiid look like a dynamic duo for sure. They combined for 53 points. Embiid got most of his points from the free throw line, while LaVine knocked down 4 3-pointers. So far, LaVine's been doing in Philly what he's been doing his whole career, which is score with high volume and high efficiency. Close to 50-40-90 stuff so far. We shot an ugly 38% with 20 turnovers in that game. We lose to the Warriors, but Terry again with a great game. Pretty sure that was his career high, 29 points. Then we follow that up with a loss to the Suns. Well, we sit at 5-12 on the season, and if we keep this pace up, we could very well be looking at a top 3 pick. The Clippers beat us by 7 in the Intuit Dome, but then we break the streak with a win over the Thunder. More exciting stuff from Dalen Terry. He puts up 21 and then 37 from Buddy Hield. We just barely lose to the Lakers in a high-scoring thriller. Hield once again at the top of our box score. Buddy's definitely been heating up as he drops another 30-piece in a big loss to the Utah Jazz. We've reached December 8th, just before a matchup with Nikola Vucevic and the Grizzlies, who made the finals last season. We've gotten through 3 more games, losing to the Pacers, beating the Knicks, and then getting blown out by the Rockets. But for some reason, we just have the Knicks number. Jalen Brunson was hurt for this game, but we beat them handily on the back of another great performance from Buddy. I wanted to take another quick look at the rookie ladder. Donovan Clingan's still not in the top 10 in terms of scoring for rookies, but he's doing just about everything else. DJ Wagner has inserted himself firmly into the conversation for Rookie of the Year. 16 points per game, 5.2 assists, and perhaps most importantly, the Hornets look a lot better this year than they have in years past. This is looking like a really deep draft class. The Hornets are currently the 7 seed, which is something that we haven't been able to say since the Kemba Walker days. Meanwhile, we're down at number 13. But man, if being a bad team was a competition, the Raptors and Nets would be pretty dang hard to beat. They're just looking dysfunctional out there. I don't know if there's anything I can do to save this Raptors team. I think they just might be rotten. The Eastern Conference looks to have about 4 teams that are head and shoulders above the pack. The Celtics, Bucks, Cavs, and Pacers look like the main contenders. These Western Conference standings, though, were pretty surprising to look at. The Warriors still look really, really good, even at this age. 19-5, leading the conference. The Nuggets a few games behind them. But the Blazers are the big story of the league right now. They've won 6 straight. And if they're able to keep this up, that would be a huge leap from last season where they got bounced in the play-in. On the flip side, you have the majorly disappointing Los Angeles Clippers. Looks like they haven't settled in well to their new home. Meanwhile, the Suns have still not been good. They've lost 4 straight. Not sure what's wrong with them. And defensive struggles continue for the Kings. They're allowing almost 119 points a game. Gary Trent is back in the lineup for this game against the Grizzlies. He will start alongside Buddy Hield. We'll see if this lineup can provide the shooting and offense we need in the absence of Patrick Williams. And Nikola Vucevic draws the start. He will battle Donovan Clingan all night long. Well, our offense looked really bad against the Sixers. Let's see if it looks any better against a great defense in Memphis. Anthony, the wraparound pass to Klingon. What a highlight. And what a way to get on the board. Marcus Smart open in the corner. He makes us pay. Anthony gets it poked free by Smart, and it's out of bounds off of him. Here is the former Bulls center, Vucevic. Passes it over his head to a cutting Ja Morant. That connection will be fun to see. Klingon couldn't handle that pass. Hounded by the Grizzlies defense. Smart takes it coast to coast and spins in for the lay. Here's Jackson on the block. Finds an open shooter. Ja Morant hits a triple. McDaniels dumps it off, and Klingon lays it in. Crazy shot is good from Gary Trent Jr. Welcome back. Three-pointer, nothing but net from Vucevic. The Bulls didn't really utilize his shooting ability as McDaniels reverses it home. Shoved Jaren Jackson out of the way. That's a former Defensive Player of the Year that he just bodied. Step back, Ja Morant, floater off the glass. 15-8. Already we're down. Anthony dancing on Morant, but he recovers to contest the layup. Honestly, I really struggle to get open looks with Anthony, but he's good moving off the ball there. Getting free off the back screen. Open corner three for Marcus Smart. Can't hit it this time. Smart forces another turnover. Active hands. Now running down the floor to Luke Kennard. Corner three is good. He replaces the injured Desmond Bane in the starting lineup. Now he hits another triple. And Memphis already on fire from three-point range. Here's Ayo, guarded by Kennard. Hield receives. Gets a ball screen, finds space, and buries the three. Ja Morant speeds past Buddy Hield and gets an easy layup. No one on our team can match his speed. He misses the jumper, and Steven Adams is there. 25-13. Zaire Williams. Don't forget about him. He can score. Marcus Smart. Another three. Hield answers. Still down by 15. Pass off the mark, but they get it to Dinwiddie, who connects. Hield contested. Good defense from Williams, and then Hield commits the frustration foul. I don't think we're coming back from this one. Second quarter goes equally as poorly, and the disparity of talent and experience on these teams is just too much to overcome. Nice Simcast game from Donovan Klingon, though. He got 20 points without my help. I got his night started off on a good note, though, with that dunk. 8 players in double figures from the Grizzlies, an extremely balanced effort. Nikola Vucevic, 11 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Made 3 threes, so it seems as though the Grizzlies have converted him into a shooter. And they shot 50-40-90 with 23 three-pointers, just getting whatever they wanted out there. And the next time out, the Wizards do the exact same thing to us. They drop 141 on our heads. Jordan Poole in the lead with 31 points there. Isaiah Collier continuing to look promising for this Wizards team. No idea how, but we beat the Pelicans. Cole Anthony with an awesome shooting performance. We're playing the Grizzlies again, this time in Memphis, and we're putting up a lot better of a fight this time. Down by 1 with 7.5 minutes to go. Now's our chance to play some exciting basketball. Gary Trent will cut to the rim and get rejected by Steven Adams. Kennard gets it, takes the long 2 and misses. And we have a chance to retake the lead here. Hield sets up in the corner. Yes! He's over 20 points and the Bulls lead. Missed 3, Klingon rebounds. McDaniels running the floor and he's stonewalled by Jackson. Open 3 for Marcus Smart is good. And the Grizzlies back on top at home. Jaden McDaniels trying to score on Jackson. He does this time. Contested three. No good, but Jackson rebounds and reverses it back in. Nearing the 4-minute mark. Gary Trent gets pushed out of bounds. Bad turnover. Ja Morant gets to the rim in a blink of an eye. That almost was an and one. 29 points for him. Hasn't been the best offensive day for us. Hield leads us with 21. No one else over 11. As Clingan gets his first 2 points on those free throws. Still down by 1. 3.5 minutes to go. Jaren Jackson swishes the triple. Jaren is just so good on both ends. He really is a modern-day Kevin Garnett. Hield almost lost the ball. He gets it back. Out to Anthony. Drives into traffic. Gary Trent Jr. from the corner. It's off. And he's had a rough day. Morant throws it out of bounds. Gives us a bone. And Clingan gets an open lane to the basket. Adams was sagging off a little bit too much. But the driving pressure of Morant forces us to help off of Kennard, leading to an open triple. Closing in on 2 minutes to go. Anthony to the line. He's usually a great free throw shooter, but he only hits one there. Good closeout, forcing the miss from Jackson, but we can't contain Steven Adams on the glass. He misses both free throws, though. But then we throw it away. Clingan with a horrible decision. But then Clingan gets the hand on the pass, almost stole it. But it goes back to the Grizzlies. 3 on the shot clock. The heave, no good from Kennard. Under 90 seconds to go. Down by 4. Hield driving on Morant. Kicking to Trent. And a fumbled exchange and another bad turnover. Trent was indecisive. He tried to give it back to Hield, and it backfired. Smart went for the dagger. Missed it. Hope is still alive. Jaden McDaniels trying to drive on Steven Adams. He misses. Gets it back. Pump fakes. Puts it in. 2-point game. Under 40 seconds to go. Jackson can't float it in. A chance to tie or take the lead. McDaniels. Fouled by Adams, and he'll shoot 2. It's a tie ball game. A defensive grinder coming down to the wire. Here is Ja Morant. We got our defensive lineup in. Ayo Dosunmu guarding him. Gets a ball screen from Jackson. Taking his time. Out to Jackson. Guarded by McDaniels. Now Kennard. To Morant on the wing. Triple. Off. Vucevic. Rebound and scores. Fouled by Clingan. We played good defense, but then we forgot to rebound. Brutal. Vucevic hits the free throw. We've got 2 timeouts. We've still got a chance, but that was a really bad mistake. But we've got 11 seconds to get a good shot off. Buddy Hield is the guy you want to take it. He comes off a double screen. He takes it right away. Hits it! Tied up at 89. Memphis with no timeouts. Morant racing up court. 3 to go. He steps back and pulls. No! Morant hits it. And the Grizzlies lead with 2 seconds remaining. What a wild finish this has been. Obviously, we need another miraculous 3 to tie this game. We're going to try to get Hield another look. He doesn't get open. We give it to Anthony for the tie. No good. And the Grizzlies win. A pair of clutch buckets from Vucevic, then Morant, Nikola gets his revenge on us. That was insane. Buddy Hield hit 6 threes, 24 points to lead us, but no one else got it going. Meanwhile, Morant with a monster game, a near triple-double, 32 points, and of course the game winner. Vucevic had 9, 8, and 3 today, and I think he ought to be happy about the team he's on. He's not getting as much minutes, but this team is good, and they have a chance to go right back to the finals. The next time out, we're able to defeat the Suns by 4. Donovan Clingan was yet again fantastic with 10 points, 12 boards, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. And one more small thing before we wrap this episode up. The Cavs are trading for Al Horford as 2 of the top 3 teams in the East exchange power forwards. George Niang, the minivan, is headed to Boston. Well, that wraps up a long episode of gameplay. We've simulated up to December 18th. And with how this season is going, this will probably be the most gameplay-heavy video of the entire season. I'm looking to get through the rest of this season quickly, especially if the games start to become meaningless. So I'm pretty sure episode 22 will probably take us to about the All-Star break or the trade deadline at least. So a lot of simming will be done in the next episode, and also potentially quite a few roster moves as well. But still, even though we're not the best team, it's nice to get some games in with the team early in the season. And the action definitely didn't disappoint in this episode, going up against some former Bulls and having some thrilling games against the Raptors and the Grizzlies. It was also really exciting for me to debut that new fictional draft class, and I really can't wait for that to be a big part of my videos going forward. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment, recommend me to a friend, whatever you want to do. Thank you for all the support you've given me. I'm up to about 160 subscribers now, which is a number I honestly didn't even think I would ever get to, or at least not this quickly. So you guys mean a lot to me, and I'm still having so much fun with this series, and I'm looking forward to continuing it, and I'm hoping you guys stick around as we continue to make this team better. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.